In the vibrant landscape of 1970s American television, few shows captured the shifting tides of society with as much warmth, honesty, and comedic precision as One Day at a Time. At its heart stands Anne Romano, a newly divorced mother of 2 teenage daughters navigating the complexities of independence, parenthood, and personal fulfillment in a world that was still coming to terms with the realities of single motherhood. The provided script. A delightful tapestry of overlapping storylines opens with a burst of domestic energy that immediately immerses us in the everyday chaos that defines Anne's life. As the episode begins, we find ourselves in the midst of frantic party preparations where the simple act of hosting a gathering becomes a microcosm of Anne's larger struggles, balancing her desire for normalcy and social connection against the unpredictable demands of family life, limited resources, and the lingering shadows of her past marriage. The brilliance of this opening sequence lies in its masterful use of rapid-fire dialogue and physical comedy to establish character dynamics right from the start. We hear Barbara's voice teasing her sister Julie about hoop earrings, a seemingly trivial sibling squabble that quickly reveals deeper layers of financial interdependence and adolescent resourcefulness. "You see my hoop earrings," Barbara complains only to discover Julie wearing them. The back and forth escalates with lines like "They're not your earrings, I bought them, I loaned you half the money," highlighting how even small possessions become battlegrounds in a household where money is tight. This moment is not merely funny. It speaks volumes about the economic realities facing single mothers in the 1970s. A time when divorce rates were rising, and women like Anne often found themselves stretching every dollar while trying to maintain a sense of dignity and joy for their children. Anne's entrance into the fray underscores her role as the harried yet resilient center of the household. Her plea for her pantyhose, "I can't find my pantyhose," triggers another round of comedic misunderstanding when it turns out Julie is wearing them, leading to the memorable Peach Melba pun that showcases the writer's gift for turning everyday annoyances into laugh-out-loud moments. Here, the script brilliantly contrasts the superficial chaos of party prep with the underlying warmth of a family that, despite constant bickering, remains tightly knit. Anne's exasperation is palpable as she tries to maintain control. "What's everybody getting so uptight for? I'm not uptight, the guests are due to arrive any minute." This line captures the universal anxiety of hosting, amplified by her status as a single woman striving to project success and stability to the outside world. As David Kane, Anne's supportive lawyer and romantic interest, enters the scene, we witness another facet of her character, her vulnerability beneath the capable exterior. The zipper incident, where David helps her with her dress while playfully suggesting intimacy, adds a layer of gentle romantic tension. Anne's response, "David, don't fool around, just zip me, okay?" reveals a woman who is open to new relationships but remains guarded, shaped by the disappointments of her previous marriage. The script uses this physical comedy not just for laughs but to explore themes of trust and intimacy in post-divorce life. David's presence serves as a counterpoint to Anne's ex-husband, whom she references with wry bitterness. "Sound just like my ex-husband because he never did anything." In these early exchanges, the episode establishes David as a patient, affectionate figure who offers the kind of reliable partnership Anne craves even as she asserts her independence. The arrival of building superintendent Schneider injects a new wave of chaotic energy that perfectly encapsulates the show's charm. Schneider's unannounced entrance, complete with mail and his signature crude humor, transforms the apartment from a private family space into a stage for broader social interactions. His attempt to fix Anne's zipper, followed by banter about his tool belt and her jewelries, is classic 1970s sitcom gold, broad, yet rooted in relatable, neighborly dynamics. Schneider represents the ever-present larger-than-life working-class everyman who both aids and complicates Anne's efforts at creating a refined social gathering. His questions about the party guests and offers of quirky items like a whoopee cushion reveal his loneliness and eagerness to belong, themes that will resonate throughout the script. What makes this opening section so effective is how it weaves multiple threads together: sibling rivalry, romantic flirtation, financial strain, and neighborly intrusion, all unfolding against the backdrop of Anne's determination to host a successful party. The deviled eggs, onion dip, and cheap vodka poured into a Smirnoff bottle speak to her resourceful creativity and the pressure to appear more affluent than she is. These details ground the comedy in the socio-economic realities of the era. When single mothers like Anne were pioneering new paths while still contending with societal expectations of domestic perfection. As the preparations continue, Anne's annual hostess breakdown becomes a poignant metaphor for the emotional labor she carries. She worries about appearances, about pleasing guests, and about maintaining harmony among her daughters. Julie and Barbara's squabbles over earrings and pantyhose mirror the larger generational tensions that define the series. Barbara's sharp-wit boy. "I'm glad I wasn't buying a bra" provides comic relief while underscoring the girls' emerging independence and their mothers' attempts to guide them through adolescence. The script's dialogue timing is impeccable with overlapping conversations, creating a sense of authentic household pandemonium. David's efforts to calm Anne, "Come on, relax. The place looks great. You look great," highlight his role as emotional anchor. Yet Anne's insistence on handling things herself reflects the core conflict of her character, a liberated woman embracing freedom after divorce, yet burdened by the practical and emotional weight of raising two teenagers alone. This initial segment also subtly introduces the theme of community support or the lack thereof. Schneider's hints about wanting an invitation touch on class dynamics and the isolation many single parents felt in apartment buildings of the time. Anne's eventual guilt-driven decision to include him foreshadows deeper explorations of empathy and social connection later in the episode. In historical context, the 1970s marked a pivotal period for American families. With rising divorce rates and the women's liberation movement gaining momentum, shows like One Day at a Time offered viewers a mirror to their own evolving lives. Anne Romano embodied the new woman working dating parenting while grappling with guilt, fatigue, and the desire for personal happiness. Blending slapstick humor with quiet observations about resilience. The writers demonstrate remarkable skill in layering jokes that reward close attention. The Peach Melba pun, the gym shoes in the bathroom, causing ventilation issues, and the frantic zipper repair all contribute to a rich comedic texture. Meanwhile, the performances implied by the dialogue suggest pitch-perfect delivery. Bonnie Franklin's Anne would convey frazzled warmth, Mackenzie Phillips, Julie rebellious energy, and Valerie Bertinelli's Barbara precocious sarcasm. As guests begin to arrive, and the party takes shape, the script transitions from preparation chaos to social comedy, but the foundation laid in these opening scenes remains crucial. Anne's journey as a single mother is one of constant adaptation. Learning to laugh at the mishaps, lean on unexpected allies like Schneider and David, and foster an environment where her daughters can grow. The everyday chaos is not merely background. It is the very essence of her strength and the show's enduring appeal. Through meticulous attention to domestic details and character-driven humor, this segment celebrates the messy beauty of single parenthood. It invites viewers to empathize with Anne's struggles while finding joy in the absurdity of it all. In an era when television often idealized nuclear families, One Day at a Time dared to portray the real, complicated, and ultimately hopeful lives of families like the Romanos. The party serves as both literal event and symbolic gathering, a space where Anne attempts to weave together her past, present, and future into something warm and welcoming despite the inevitable wrinkles along the way. This opening perfectly sets the stage for the richer explorations to come, establishing a tone that is equal parts hilarious and heartfelt. It reminds us why the series resonated so deeply, because in the chaos of everyday life, particularly for single mothers forging new paths in the 1970s, there was profound humanity, laughter, and connection to be found.